Hey everyone, so I'm a new mommy. Look at this face. Those cheeks. Oh my gosh. I can't get enough. Um, but I can't be the only new mom that is so tired of talking about my boobs. Nobody warned me about the constant boob conversation. I'm like, are we still talking about my boobs? She is 2 weeks old. I don't think I've ever talked about my boobs so much in my life. And I am not prude. I can handle dirty jokes. I can talk about sex. I can talk about human anatomy, whatever. But it is constant. From the time I was pregnant, people have been asking me if I was planning on breastfeeding. Fine. My plan from the beginning, my husband and I talked about it, and he said whatever I'm comfortable doing. He knows that breast milk would have been best for her, but whatever I wanted to do, great, no pressure. So a lot of my girlfriends told me, I'm going to get a lot of pressure from people and everyone's going to have an opinion, so make up my mind on what I'm comfortable with and just kind of let everything else go. So I decided, okay, I'm gonna try breastfeeding, whether that means, to breast pumping, whatever. And if it worked, great. And if it didn't, I was totally fine giving her formula or a mix of the two. So it kind of went into this being like, we'll see what works, we'll see what happens. As long as my baby is fed healthy and fine, I'm good with it. I could not have imagined how many conversations I was literally going to have about my boobs and how much I'm producing. From the time, definitely when I was pregnant, doctors, friends, family members were all asking me my plan. But then from the time the baby was born, literally in the recovery room, it was, all right, are you ready? Throw it a breast. And from that point on, I have gotten text messages and phone calls and people asking me when they see me. Every nurse, doctor, I'm surprised the cleaning people that came into my hospital room didn't ask, although they came in while I was pumping. Everyone just comes in while you're pumping. It's definitely been something for me to get used to. I have been milk shamed already. Unfortunately, our little girl had to spend a little time in the NICU, and everyone was so supportive, so sweet. It took a little extra time for my colostrum and milk to come in because I couldn't really hold the baby, and didn't get that time with her. So things took a little bit longer. I was still pumping, and even though she was in the NICU, and yes, I was getting up at night and pumping really late at night. So everyone telling me like, oh, how much sleep I was getting at home was kind of funny. But it was constant every day. What did you produce? Did you produce anything? Everyone had their opinion on what I needed to do and how to do it, and just a lot of outside pressure. And then I had a nurse. Oh my goodness, this was a hard day. I had a really great nurse in the NICU who took our daughter out from under her belly lights for a short period of time. I think it was like 15 minutes, so that we could do skin to skin, because I hadn't really been able to do that very much. And on and off, she kind of was in the nursery or the NICU and with me. So we did skin to skin, hoping that it would help me to produce some milk for her. And it did work, which was great. But as most of you know, it comes in kind of slowly, at least it did for me. And they gave me these little vials to take home so that I could pump it and bring it in. They could feed it to her while she was under the lights. So I was doing that, and all the nurses were really sweet about it. And okay, more will come in, don't worry, this is great job. And then I came in one day, I had pumped at 1 a.m. when we got home from the NICU. I got up at 4 and had pumped. I pumped at 7, and then we were back in the NICU at 8. And I brought my 3 vials in, and the nurse looked at me, picked them up, and said, "Is this it? Is this all you did?" And then continued to tell me that I wasn't taking breastfeeding seriously, that I needed to take it more seriously, even if that meant I woke up in the middle of the night and had to pump, and just continued on. And of course, I was doing everything I could to hold back my tears, and not cry and not take it too personally, but how can you not? And I think from that point on, it's been harder and harder to have these conversations. And people very unintentionally will ask how much milk I'm producing. It's very funny that so many people are so interested. And then when I tell them, I either get, oh, that's great, or, oh, wow, you're not really producing very much. Don't worry, it'll come in more. Or asking me how often I'm pumping. And people are very, very interested in the details. I wasn't expecting this. I expected some of the pressure my girlfriends told me about, but the constant talking about it and worrying about what other people are going to say or judging how I'm pumping, what I'm doing, not always able to go to breast with my daughter. We do need to measure out a lot of what she's eating, and yes, I know there's ways to do that with pumping, and we've tried that. It's just I'm more comfortable being able to pump and measure what she's eating because we do need to know accurately what she's doing, and it just makes me more comfortable that way. So I know I've gotten a lot of opinions about, oh, tell me why you're not exclusively breastfeeding. Why isn't she exclusively going to breast? Or doctors telling me, oh, you know what, when you get home with her, just you can slowly get rid of the bottles. I'm like, everybody has their opinion. And on one side, it can be a little stressful and you put a little pressure on yourself. And on the other side, it's kind of funny because I literally told my husband, I don't want to talk about my boobs anymore. I don't want to talk about milk production or pumping or any of it. I feel like it's a really private thing, a very personal thing. And I don't know if any of the rest of you have experienced it. But if you have, definitely let me know that I am not the only one that has. I think every female pretty much has asked me, and I love all my friends and family. Do not be offended by this video, but it is a lot, and it is overwhelming, and it is constant. So, next time you guys see me, ask me about anything other than my boobs, because I can't believe we're still talking about my boobs. I've never talked about them this much. So, she's eating. She's good. Hi, baby. She's gaining weight back, which is awesome. We go to the doctor a lot. They always check her weight. She's doing good. And she is getting some of my milk. She's getting some formula. And it's all okay. So let me know. I do want to hear from you guys. I want to know if you guys have had the same constant boob conversation. All right, talk to you guys later. Bye.